Hello, we're gonna go into chapter 4. The last part of chapter 4 is called electronic conferences. So in this electronic conferences, we're gonna see what is electronic conferences and the types of electronic conferences. So what is an electronic conferences? Basically, it's a communication system to conduct a structured discussion. This is not about the casual video calls that you do with your friends, okay? This is a structured discussion which carried out online. So there are three types of electronic conferences: video conference, audio, and web. So we're going to go into each conferences in detail later on. So first, we're going to look into the hardware and software required. For hardware, for video conference, you need webcam, monitor, speaker, microphone, and router. Like I said, it's online, so it requires internet. So when it requires internet, the hardware that you require for internet is router. So that's why all of this got router. For audio, it doesn't need to see people's face. You doesn't need to show your face. So no need webcam and monitor. Only speaker, microphone, and router. While web conference, this one you need a webcam, but not for the participant, only for the host. So for participants, we don't need to show our face. We just see whatever is presented to us. That's why we need a monitor, speaker, microphone, and router. So for software, for video conference, you need a specific software. Why I put here specific software is you have to write video conferencing software, audio conference software, web conference software, all the specific softwares, and then hardware driver, because previously we see what are the hardwares we need. All this hardware needs its driver, installer. So you need the drivers for each of the hardware. And for video conference, you need something called codec. So I hope you can see. So this codec here is compressor, decompressor, compressor, decompressor. So what it does is, because you are having a video conference, so your file is gonna be, oops, just came up. Okay, let me just write here. So I'm gonna draw, great. So because your file is gonna be very big, it will compress into smaller data packet, and it will transfer through the net online. So when you get a smaller database, smaller data packet, then it will compress to make it big. Just like you zip file and then you unzip it in all the files. The purpose of this is so that breathe here. So it doesn't take up a lot of space, it doesn't slow down the internet connection calls, but it doesn't guarantee you a smooth transaction. It's just doing its best to compress and decompress. While echo cancelling software, as I said, it's a formal conference, so you need to have something to cancel out the conference that echo is happening in the room. So you need echo cancelling software. And for audio, this one. For audio conference, you only need audio conferencing software and driver. And same goes to web. So when you go to look at video conference, like I said, it's not Zoom call, it's not what you're gonna have in your WhatsApp call. You need a specific something like this, a conference room, where each participant will have to use a phone. No, they will just use this one big screen that they have so that they can see who they're talking to. And you need speaker because it's a room, so echo cancelling software and also codec. Okay, now we're going to see the advantage and disadvantages. You see a lot of emojis here. Hope I can still run. Okay, one of the advantages, you can save money because let's say you have a branch in KL, and then let's say this is the HQ. Just came up. Okay, let's say the HQ is in KL. You have a branch in Australia, so AUS. So I put here Sydney. So you have a branch in Sydney. You want to call. If you want to do the visit, you need to pay for the flight, you need to pay for the accommodation. This hotel is a hospital. This hotel is a hotel. Okay? You need to pay for all that. When you do the conference, you can save money. It doesn't need to pay for all that. You just need to have that room. And it can be held in short notice because if you're traveling, you need 1 day to travel. Then the next day go from to come back. You're losing 3 business days there. And then, in order to have that meeting, you need to book your flight ticket in advance. But with video conference, you just say, okay, can we have a meeting next week? Then immediately you can have it. It's short notice, huh? It's not immediate because it will clash with the time difference. The disadvantage of Lexi. What is Lexi? Is when the noise is moving in one way, but the voice is different. Although the noise is moving, usually you will hear the sound and then the noise will move. And you hear the noise move and then the sound comes later on. So that's called Lexi problem. And then you will have no video connection or other quality depending on the internet connection. And then employees will feel the living talented in the company because they are not able to cover the money for all these people. So these are disadvantages. I'm just going to give you the basic now. Okay? All the advantages, disadvantages depends on the scenario given in the example. So I'm just going to cover the basic. Okay? Next is audio conference. So basically same thing, you save cash, but the advantage of audio conference is you won't have any lip sync problem because you won't see any video. The only thing that you hear is voice. No problem with that. And takes up less bandwidth, so it doesn't lag as much as video conference. Of course, higher privacy because you doesn't need to show your face, no camera. Again, disadvantage, people feel that they're losing perks, and then okay, we can't really say the low video quality because there's no video. Last conference is web conference. This is a webinar, not same as your Zoom call or Teams that we used to have when you were online studying. So webinar is I'm the host. Let's say I'm doing a training. So I will show my face and I'll talk and all that. And then on your side, you doesn't need to on your camera. Okay, you doesn't even need to have a camera, but it's real time. It's not a recorded video. It is real time. So we are having this at the same time, just that you don't need to have the video. You can chat with your friend. You want to talk, you can. Maybe you put a flag or raise your hand, then the host will allow you to talk. So those are some features that you have in webinars or web conference. So the uses that you can see is here. Advantage, please remember webinar as a participant no need to have camera, so it's higher privacy. So if there are advantage from as a participant point of view, this you can run. Then you can use on more than one device. You can open on your computer, you can open your phone. Okay, and then the features that you can say about web conferences, the presentation or any document can be uploaded in advance that they want to use. The host can share screen. Participant can annotate when the permission is given. All these things. Okay. So these are, I just cut. Alright. These are some advantages and disadvantages. Now, what I'm going to go through is the setup part. So, I think I've seen one or two questions regarding the setup. So, I'm going to start with how do you set up for video conference? Where's my, oops, found it. Let me erase it. Make it big. Okay, video conference. Okay, how do you set up for this? Right, first, as a host, you are the host. You need to book from you. You cannot simply have it at a conference at home. You need to have a proper place. Number one, book venue. And along with that, you need to book the date and time. Then, after you have booked, of course, you need to inform the participant. Okay. Next, so after you have informed them the time of the meeting day, then before the meeting starts, of course, you need to set up the hardware and software. So these are the hardware and software for the phone, just like. So pay close attention. If the question asks you what are the softwares that are used, then you have to write Kodak, Apple Pencil. This is the venue for video conference. And then of course you can do the video conferencing app, video conferencing software, hardware, download it. And this one is where to write. So after you set up the hardware and software, then you can just start the meeting. This is for video conference. For phone conference, this is what I'm gonna write. The process is quite long. So for phone conference, forgive me. Okay, number 1. Okay, the host or the organizer. The first 2 pins for the phone conference. Okay, one of these 2 pins, number 1, it is one of the pins called personnel pin. And this is for the host. And second one, it's called participant pin. Like the name suggests, it's for the participants. Now, so the host already have 2 pins. What the host will do, second step. So the host will contact the participants and inform people. Why I say contact, it can be through phone call, through anything, however they wish to contact. And inform people. What are the things? Number 1, you need to tell them you're going to have this meeting. And then you need to give them the conference number, what number to call. And then you need to give them the participant pin. Because date and time. They cannot just call one. Date and time, conference number, and the participant pin. So, once already given, now on meeting day. So I'm just continuing with number 3. Okay, on meeting day, so the host will dial the conference number. It's like a phone number. When you make a Google Meet or you make a Zoom call, actually there's a number if you notice. So that's like the conference number. Everybody dial up to this number. So first you dial up the conference number and enter the personal pin. Okay, so why? So when after they enter the personal pin to start the meeting. Then number 3, done. Number 4, the participants, same thing. To dial the conference number and enter the participant pin. For what? To join the meeting. Then once everybody is in, then they start. So these are the process for phone conference. Okay, for web conference, how do they do that? That's not very simple. because you might have an experience about this. So web conference, what they do is, number one, the host send the link to the participants. It can be to another that is after the request. Okay. It can be to anything. How do they say if 10 plus 5 doesn't anything? How do you this up? That's very correct. How do they say? The person saying or as a message, which is a text message, not text message. You cannot tell the people the link because it's long. You have to have a written thing. So they send the link and then step 2, sorry, the so step 2, participants, click the link to join the webinar. That's it. Okay, these are the processes, and these are the ways that people join, start the conferences.